So I'm hoping on my next trip I'll have my smoker set up. I had this meat soaking in cranberry sauce, barbecue sauce, pickle juice, and some spices. This is that dried meat I made. Something I wanted to make out here for quite some time. So there's my late supper, potato and corn chowder, made it in a cast iron Dutch oven, cooked in my clay oven, topped with bannock bits. So believe it or not, this is my first time making chowder. Turned out really good. I actually brought out some powdered milk with me to make this. Try not to eat it all. So I'm hoping on my next trip I'll have my smoker set up. But for now I'm just going to dry this overnight. I had this meat soaking in cranberry sauce, barbecue sauce, pickle juice, and some spices. Good morning. Just starting off the day with some cabin coffee. This is that dried meat I made. Something I wanted to make out here for quite some time. I do this at home on my wood stove because it takes about 8 hours to make. And because I have the wood stove going all night anyways, I just put this on before bed. I got up at 3, flipped it, and when I woke up this morning, it was completely dried. I didn't have a chance to marinate this for a long period of time, so the flavor's pretty mild. But this would last, many months just like this. Well, I'm having a tough time getting going this morning. It's cold outside and we'll be working with metal and bare hands. But I did bring out my hand warmer. The whole reason why I came out here was to set up my smoker, convert my storage tent into a little smokehouse, so I can make dried meat like this, but 10 times better with a nice smoky flavor. So in case you haven't seen this place before, it's my little storage tent. I keep some tools in here, my old stove, and firewood. So this is where I'm at so far. I have the stove set up about a foot off the ground. Stovepipes going out through the side because I don't want to make a hole in the roof. I have my stovejack there to protect the tarp. There's my rack for hanging the meat. It's just thick string. Then on top you put your wood chips. It's a little bit off the stove. It's not directly on the stove. I have snow and my wood chips in there. A bunch of holes poked in the top. I'm just gonna build a little fire in here and see how it looks. Keep in mind this is only a test. I can see at the back, at the top, there's a hole there, so I have this burlap sack. I'll step in that hole. And then I have some spare tarp to cover up this doorway here. So I was talking with my friend at work, and I mentioned this smoker to him. And he's a longtime hunter, has his own smoker. And he figured that because this tarp isn't insulated, I should probably wait till the spring or the fall where the outside temperature is a bit warmer. Otherwise my stove will never be able to keep up with the amount of heat being lost. But I'm going to try it anyways, just a couple of pieces on my next trip. So there's two more reasons why I wanted to set up this wood stove. I think it'll make a great outdoor kitchen. When I'm cooking something in my cabin during the summer, it gets way too hot in there. I'm warming up my chowder right now. I do have an outdoor fire pit, but that just burns a lot of wood. Just be much simpler in here. And I think this will make a great emergency shelter in case something happens to my cabin. Stove's ready. Just would have to set up a bed or something in here. So I'm just chipping away at these birch logs from my last trip. You know, with my back issue, I just have to take it easy. I can't overdo it. Lots of breaks. And with this stump cradle I made, definitely has limitations. Once the log gets so short, it tends to rattle around quite a bit. I tried using chain and rope, which helps, but I just finished my leftover chowder. I know it probably didn't look very good, but it tasted really good. I also added some of that dried meat to it. Helps soften it up a bit. I like to add it to stews or soups because too much dried meat is tough on my jaw.